Can this game handle the beast? MVP, devs can't compete. Game changer, code breaks, delete. It's the beast 100 OP. Yeah.
What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue our adventure on Talos Principle 2. This is part 3. Last time we checked out the city, we met a few characters, we also saw the museum. So check that video out if you want to learn more about the game and the lore of the game. Be aware there will likely be puzzle spoilers in this episode. So if that's not for you, you don't want the spoilers, you want to challenge yourself, then I'd switch off now. However, on the other hand, if you are stuck and you need help, then this is the place to be. So now that said, let's lock in. All right, okay. We've just come back from the city and we can finally go on our expedition. So let's get to it. So yeah, in the last episode, we checked all of this out. We saw the museum, which is there. We had a few little puzzles, gave us a bit of a teaser into the game. As I've said before, if you've not seen Talos Principle, I highly recommend playing the first game. We spoke to these guys as well before. But let's go. We're going to go and investigate some high energy readings. I haven't actually checked out around here. There won't be anything, but it's worth a check. They do have a lot of hidden bits. We're also looking for terminals and QR codes. Trying to unlock as many achievements as possible. So let's get to it.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
Yes, we have to make sure the island isn't a threat.
Wow. Somebody finally listened to Al. Miracles do happen. Maybe we'll get 2 for 1 and the city isn't gonna fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer. Saved you from the elevator.
Nice to meet you. People call me 1K. I will let you know when I need an oil change. Why not?
Ah, we got a funny one over here. You think you're joking, but just wait until one of your hinges starts squeaking. Anyway, you ready to go?
Yes. Wanderer's achievement.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats.
We really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be, as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
All right, this is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
Alrighty then.
You have chosen a dangerous path. A path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future is built.
Wakey wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim, and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise
I've got a
measurements?
feeling it won't be okay.
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again.
That is a bloody mega structure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
Futuristic pyramids.
It really is incredible.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And touchdown.
Act 1, A Voice in the Wilderness.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
Right, okay,
This
so
underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
oh, we've got to find schematics, okay. It's definitely different than the first one. So there is parts of the first one that are a little bit open world as well. How would we even get to it? Guess we'll find out. I don't think there's going to be anything here. Okay.
Hey, 1K,
Maybe
check out
shotgun.
these coordinates.
Ah, okay. Interesting. So, what's down here? Okay. That possibly take me somewhere? I don't know if that's where I need to go. I don't want to go there just yet. Because I might miss something here. Let's just have a little look around first. What happens if I fall off there? Can I fall off there? Seems like I can. Right, let's just check this bit out first. Okay, little power station. What are you doing? That. Okay. I must admit this game just looks fantastic. The first one did as well, in fairness. So fair play to Protein for that. Okay, so we've got a structure. I don't know if it's the mega structure. There isn't always anything really in these woodland areas, but check. Could be terminals somewhere around here. So, can you look at a map? Is there a map? Yeah, you go third person as well. I don't think you can see a map as such. What's this?
That sort of looks like a temple.
Okay, so it looks like a temple. Nothing more. We can't do anything with this yet. This must have a purpose for later. Possibly have to get some relics or something to put in there. Not really sure yet. Interesting. Let's check this bit out. Oh my god, it goes all the way around there as well. Wow. This is a much, much larger open world area. Okay. Worth a look. Temple again. Alright. Okay, so this is where it's telling me to go. And I don't understand what that little tram bit was earlier. I might go back there in a second. We're also looking for QR codes as well, as I said earlier. I can go up here, okay. And you'll find them sort of hidden on the back of walls and stuff like that. I don't know in this one whether it's just sort of in the levels.
Golden gates. I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
There's... Okay. It looks like... Potentially a terminal. It's got to mean something, right? An eye, a cat, a terminal. Okay. Oh, that's the city. So that's the city with the dome. The dome under construction. I wonder if it's like a timeline with the robot's history type of thing. Interesting. Yeah. Must be a timeline. That goes up there. Okay, so that might be where you come out. I can't see a way of getting up there. No, there's no way of getting up there, so... Alright. We work our way around. This is where we started, isn't it, I think? Okay. So what I want to do is go and check this out. I have a feeling it's not going to work because I can't remember which one it was. It's not Byron, but one of them is working on the electronics. So I feel like this won't work, right? It's not going to work anyway. Okay. Should have found that out earlier, but I wasn't sure. Alright, okay. Alright, so let's go and check out the mega structure. What is up here? Could there be something up here? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah. Okay, I think we've checked this out a little bit. It did seem that this island was connected as well, right? So that's the mega structure. It seemed like it went on and on and on, didn't it? But is there a way going that way? It doesn't look like it. Right, let's go.
This seems different from the other structures. Older.
Have a look around, 1K.
Don't mind if I do. Alright, let's have a little look. Well, he's right with it then. Ah, okay, so that was on that golden door, remember? That was on the golden door. I thought it was some sort of generator. I would say that them things potentially will open the door, but...
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Interesting. Okay, so that's going to be some sort of puzzle in the future. Okay, so we got circular here. I think these are where the energy signals are coming from. Use palm reader. Okay. Talos Principle 2A. A fragment from Stratton's On the Universe. Titled On the Universe. Amintas, I grant you then, that man is indeed like Talos, and cannot escape his material nature, despite the claims of metaphysics. For, as you have, many times said, Nicomachus, too many, perhaps. Stratton, repetition is the mother of teaching, at least when the students are hard-headed. Amintus, but what does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we were discussing? Stratton. That is the next question we must undertake to answer. We will begin with the self because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizens live within the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact? Footnotes 4. The use of the term metaphysics in this context is likely an error introduced in the Trebizond manuscript. The fragmentary Heracleon manuscript controversially uses superstitions instead. Okay. Neoma Project 1. Progress notes. Insufficient. Okay, testing failed. Power grid too unstable. Okay, so we're going to have to stabilize this power grid, right? So we've downloaded the schematic. Sending to Melville. Okay. Right.
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
Okay. So that's where we need to go now. So this is working. Nothing we can do. Alright. Go back to the transport system.
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
Really don't think I can get to that. Look like it was on top of that hill cliffy bit. Is this one going? Yeah. Right, so now we can use this. Board the capsule. Let's go.
I'm connecting the transport system to our interface. Hold on.
Oh wow, okay. An artificial ring-like structure on the wide lowlands east of our base camp. So it looks like we're going to have quite a few areas So 8 main puzzles, 2 lost puzzles, 1 gold puzzle, 1 lost lab, and 2 stars. Okay, cool. Right, let's have a quick look at these. So research. I see. So these are what we have found. Astronomical temple. Wasn't entirely sure what to call this. It looks like a temple and sort of astronomy themed. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I do that. It doesn't seem to be active in any way, but I can't help but think that the design implies some kind of significance, like it's hiding a secret. But again, maybe my imagination is getting the better of me. Okay, what did that say? The Alcatraz Protocol, standard expedition procedures. Right. Okay, these are standard operating procedures for expeditions. Just upload them to my Byron, who will probably ignore them anyway. Attaching a picture from an ancient book to get his attention. Maintain the ideals of the founder, prioritize the well-being of expedition members, one expedition member to stay with the vehicle at all times, expedition leader should refrain from participating in high-risk activities, minimize vehicle use, conserve fuel, prioritize observations and interference. In case of emergency, return to New Jerusalem. Okay. Okay, so this is what we saw in the first episode. So these islands. Path. The northern part of the island was home to several large settlements. The rising sea levels have obliterated these and flooded the northern lowlands. Yep. So it's kind of what we went through before that. It's just putting it now into like a research tab. Just testing the system to see if it works properly this time, so we don't have another incident like when Pellegrino uploaded his poetry. Okay. Social media. Yep, we've read that before. Maybe it really was a sign. I don't think it was a sign. Maybe it really was a sign. Okay. Okay, so the pavilion is still closed. Fine. Oh, I've just come out of it. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so we'll go here. We'll travel east. Grasslands Ring, East 1.
Where is the capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
Nice.
This
Okay,
place is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
so we seem to be walled in this whole area. Okie dokie. Right, so we do need to explore the area. We have to have some terminals and stuff now. Surely. Okay, yeah. Right, let's see what we can see. this way. Symmetrical right here, you can't do that. No. QR codes. Nothing there, nothing there. Right. Nope. Okay, now back to there, yeah. Okay, so that's just a symmetrical, possibly be under here at some point. That leads. Last can't get up there anyway. Right, okay, let's go. Walk along that. But if for some reason you haven't watched the previous videos, you see these little areas here. These are usually where the puzzles are. The blue force field there, you can't get through. You have to do these. There's 2 and 1. Okay, so lightly do them in order. Here, not even a little QR code. It's a shame. But if you are watching it to this point, at least it saves you doing it. And it's always worth looking. Hopefully I'll get to show you one in this game. But we're trying to collect them all, so what's beyond it? Nothing. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, alright. Alright. So let's go. First puzzle of the day. RGB shifting.
Is that a puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
Let's solve it and find out. 1K, go ahead.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
Ah, this is new. It's converter, so it can deal with. Okay, so blue and red make green. It's a bit like what we saw in that mega structure. Wow, puzzle 1, we're already converting the colours. This is going to get tricky. Use Prometheus terminal. Surely not. Surely that's not terminal. You have no tokens. You are not alone in your quest for the light. Find one of my sparks, and I will free the fire hidden in this labyrinth.
Looks like Prometheus has given us a way to circumvent some of these puzzles.
So each puzzle has a backdoor. I guess the mythological Prometheus was kind of a trickster, so that tracks.
Okay. So maybe it's like a hint. We can get a hint. Okie dokie. So let's take it.
That device was not in the simulation.
Now why would... Ah, there's 2 here, I see, right. Okay. So we're going to need to find something else. Unlock. There we go. So what we need to do is just select that. Select that. I assume that would just be red. No, right. Right, I see. So somehow we're going to have to make red out of these colours. So let's select green, blue. Okay, it tells you. But okay, so green and red. I assume we'll make blue. I've got you. I've got you. Okay. So we need to deselect that. We will select the blue. Make some red. We'll connect it to that. Lovely. And then we've got this one here. We need another block. Right. So we're going to need to make blue now. To take it, we need to select green and red, make blue, connect to that, drop here. There we go. And then we need to go back to the original, which was, that's green, so we want blue and red. Make green. That on there. Use progress wheel. Okay.
Whoa! I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
Okay.
It's headed for the lake.
Oh, can you see it? Heading for the lake.
I think the cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
Fascinating. Melville?
Yeah. I'll add it
Okay,
to the
so
pile of weird stuff.
So we've unlocked one. We need to do two. Reconnection. Red, a blue, a green. Okay, so let's converter again. Right, okay. Okay, so we need to do green, blue, connect to that. Yeah. So far I haven't found any terminals apart from in the museum, assuming they count towards the achievement. And here I haven't found any QR codes. Okay, so we've got a second one now. We're going to need to, what's this one, a red? If I select that, maybe. It just, if I do that and that, will it just, can you not just make a red? No. Okay. Somehow, I'm going to have to, so the green clearly won't reach around there. Okay, I see. I think I see. So, what I've got to do here, right, let's get rid of all of them. So I think I need to do a red and a blue, which makes the green. We'll keep connections. We need to connect it to that one. And then connect. We take this one. We've got a green. We make a green and a blue, which makes a red. Nice. Okay, so that's obviously what's behind the blue force field. Ah, there it is. There's that particle cloud again. Where's that going? Okay, so now we've opened this, and that's obviously the structure that we see on that progress wheel. Ah, okay, so it's going there. How
I've
did
been
you
playing
get
around with
here?
this machine that absorbs the particle clouds. As
How
far
did
as
you
I can
get here?
tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
What is this, a theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
Yes, it was. Okay, so nothing here. So how Yiku got there, I have no idea. Wow. Ah, 3. Okay, so that's one to next. Down here. We'll explore the area first. Can I go out here? Oh, good one. Wow. Surely there's nothing in the water. Have a little look over here. Surely these bits are here for a reason, right? Surely. Yeah. Oh, what's this? Inspect remains. Discovery. Find an ancient human artifact. There we go. Well, like I say, it's a lot more. The open world's a lot more, but there has to be things about. So it's worth looking. And we'll try and unlock everything we can. I can't see them putting stuff in the water. It'd be impossible to find. Okay, island. That's going to go all the way around now. You can see in the top left, that's how we're going to gain access to that structure. 6 more puzzles to go. Okay, so let's check out this bit.
Interesting monument.
What's in the
Decorative
opening
for
first,
another puzzle.
Just Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. Oh, okay. See, the sprite is like a small spirit. Probably be like an orb or something. So let's find the sprite. Okay. There's another area like this.
This is very similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
It certainly is. So is this giving me like hints where to search? Maybe where schematics are or secrets? Structure recap. Looks a little bit like back on the mainland, right? In this area. Okay. See what's back there.
Check out the terminals. Maybe there's something that'll help us understand who built this place. They have to have
Yeah.
left something behind.
Terminal. Where's the terminal? Where's the terminal? Fuel. That's the mainframe. Something's landed in here. Support launcher. Doesn't look like it. So here. Use farm reader. Peculiar event. Kilo Euro. Aridification event. From BT Odi Himbol's Anthropocene Dilemmas. The Akkadian Empire, forged in violence by Sargon, the Great and his sons, reigned supreme over the city-states of the old Sumer, enriched by trade with distant lands, fed by the plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia. The empire bestrode the world with confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen of Anu and Enlil, the masters of the four corners of the world? Then the weather changed, the crops stopped growing, trade collapsed, the empire fell, its capital forgotten. The most likely culprit at the time of writing is the 4.2 kilo year, a reunification event, the beginning of the Megalayan Age, a non-anthropogenic drought that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the earliest civilizations around the planet to collapse. This is where our ordinary understanding of time, measured on the small scales of human history, collides with the reality of deep time and our existence within a much bigger picture. We live on a changing planet in a changing universe. Climactic optimums are temporary. Extinction is the norm. The Arcadians, I'll get there, like the most egalitarian inhabitants of the Indus Valley civilization, could not understand why the rivers dried out and the rain stopped coming. Even if they could, they lacked the tools to do something about it. A few short millennia later, we are on the we're on the brink of having that understanding and those tools. What can we learn from the tragedies of the past? Then we've got error 5358. One such drought, completely unautorogenic, would be enough to wipe out New Jerusalem for good. Okay. First companions. Okay, so we'll go through the law. I'm not going to read all of that as well. Okay, so, Cornelius is 3. We've met Cornelius. Aurora's son. Byron is 7. Who is number 1? Noma Project 2. Better cooling systems necessary. Unknown error in calculations. Okay. So we'll read some of the lore. There is a lot of lore in this game as well, so sometimes I won't, sometimes I will. I definitely will if it's relevant, so we'll just play that by ear. We do want to get on with the game as well. Oh, interesting. So is that technically a terminal now? Very different than the last one. If that's a terminal. That is not what they were like last time, so good enough. So there's no schematic. So, okay, it tells you where the puzzles are as well. We need to find that sprite. Where could the sprite be? Oh, hello? Who are you? Oh, wait. How did you... You're meant to be by the ship, aren't you?
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem?
There's a museum, it's lovely, it's beautiful, but the game's falling apart, man. Big enough affordable game.
It does look very grand, doesn't it? We had such ambitions in the beginning, but if you look closely, you'll notice the cracks. The places where it's all starting to fray. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little
What?
tomb.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Of course, ask away.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm someone who was born a long time ago, when we couldn't afford to romanticize the past and demonize progress, when the value of human civilization was evident because it was so close to being gone. I'm someone who believes that human beings are important, terribly, desperately important, because intelligent life is rare and precious. I suppose you could say I'm old-fashioned.
If you haven't got it before, humans have basically been wiped out, and robots are sort of programmed with human intelligence of different personalities. So the robots consider themselves human as well. What's the role of puzzles in our culture? I'm pretty sure I haven't spoke to Byron like this before, but a very similar question is.
When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture. To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here, or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them. Perhaps a test.
What do you think about the megastructure?
It's a mystery. Not just because it's technologically far ahead of us, but because we genuinely don't understand its purpose. And I think that's wonderful. It's just what we needed as a civilization.
You and Alcatraz seem to have an odd friendship.
Because we disagree on just about everything, you mean? Well, here's the secret. Al is honest. He believes what he believes because it seems right to him, not because it gives him power over others. I respect that. In fact, I prefer that to someone who agrees with me just because I'm one of the first companions.
That's all. Right, so similar answers. I don't think we've question virus quite like that. So right, so where could this sprite be? Not here. I feel like it's going to be inside something rather than just out in the open. But, right, okay, so there's definitely going to be something there with that. I might not be able to get to it yet. So did we look this far? I don't think we did. Oh, okay.
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze, and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
Through that. Okay. So was that a sprite? Would that have been the sprite? Talk to you, Coots.
1K, what's up?
Tell me about yourself.
I don't know if there's much to tell. I'm not that interesting. I'm just a member of the scavenging team. Well, senior member. Lead scavenger, I guess. There's not that many of us left, to be honest, and Garrus doesn't get along with the mayor. What else? I have a cat named Bruce. I like old music. I have a collection of antique bottles. I think that's it.
Why did you become a scavenger?
I've always loved exploration. Seeing new places, that feeling that you're the first person to set foot somewhere after all this time. But you know, it's not even that. It's just seeing new things. The world is full of remarkable sights, and experiencing them changes you. It's not the same as just reading about it.
I agree. Discovering the world enriches our lives.
Exactly. Every time I go on another mission, I find something that surprises me, that extends my horizons in ways I couldn't have anticipated. The world is so much bigger than we are. It contains things that we can't even imagine. And if we limit ourselves to our own minds, we'll never grow.
Tell me about Bruce.
He's 5 years old, half goofball, half psychopath, loves sticking his head into things, chews cables, pees on electrical stuff. Melville banned him from her workshop, but he loves visiting her and peeing on her equipment.
Why do you collect bottles?
I just find it fascinating that these fragile objects have survived for so long. Plus, they're kind of pretty.
Do you want to sell some of the puzzles?
Oh no, please. No puzzles. I'm so bad at puzzles. I barely got out of the booting process. Elohim thought I might be defective.
What's the furthest you've ever been from New Jerusalem?
It might be this. Although there was an expedition to a superconductor storage facility up north, incredibly well preserved, but the logistics were an absolute nightmare. Now that I think about it, there might be some of that in you.
Have you ever seen anything like the megastructure in your travels?
Our ancestors built some pretty amazing things. Huge cities, factories, mines, monuments to their history, but nothing quite like this, no.
That's all. Okay. So 3's flashing. Back here again. Okay, so that's that bit. We've got more to check. I wish there was a map. Is there a map? Oh, there's a photo mode. Cool. Where did you come from? Oh, that's me. What was I gonna say? 1,000. Okay. Take screenshot. Whoosh. That's a screenshot. Okay, I don't think it's an achievement to take a photo. Right, I think I did have a little look that way, didn't I? We need to go that way, I think, in the future. Okay, there's an entrance up there, I can see that. Is this 3? Yeah. Right, so these are 3. Ah, I see, okay. Just telling you where the puzzles are. What was the 2 triangles? Okay, we'll figure that out. You gonna get that? Right, let's do a puzzle. Let's go to 3 and work our way round. We do need to see if that was the sprite as well, actually. At some point, let's just quickly have a little look around here. Make sure there's no QR codes. Doesn't seem to be. Alright, okay, let's go into puzzle 3. Castling. Okay, so it's another converter. This doesn't do anything, does it? You have no tokens. Possibly the credits that we have in the other episodes. So if you get credits, you can maybe buy a hint of it or something. So what we need to do, we get that other converter. What's in here? That's the green one. Okay. So we need to make blue. So we can make blue. And oh my god. Right. We can. The only way to make blue is get the green. So maybe if we put that on there. Right. Does that connect? It should do. So we'll select the green. We'll select the red. And then we'll select the blue. We will connect. You can get this one. Green and the blue. And just make it red anyway. We don't even need it. Doesn't even seem like I need to, yeah? Blue convert into green. Now I've got that, I don't even need it. So we go, oh, deselect, deselect, oh. We just connect that and that. Oh yeah. Hang on. Hold up. We've got made the blow. Yeah, yeah, I look that. Got the colours wrong. Right, let's put that there. Connect. Right. Then what we need. Not that. Take that. We need to deselect that. We need to select that. Put that back. That's fine. We've got the blue. Let's do that one. And the green. And the red for that. I see. I see. Right, so what we need to do is we need to keep connection. Put it like that. And then we'll keep connections. That there. It's looking blue. Let's see. We don't need that to go there. We'll keep connections. Deselect the blue. And put that back there. There we go.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
So we have done 3. Wasn't too bad. Was not too bad. Right, so we come up out of there. There was nothing up there.
I ran the samples I collected so far. The soil sample results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above-ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
Right. I have a feeling that might be the Sprite. You see it on that pillar there? I don't see flames on anything else. That's possibly the Sprite. So, let's see if we can jump onto that. Where is it? It's got to be it, right? The spark. Ah, it's a Prometheus spark. Okay. Interesting. So that's what I think you could use to maybe get a hint or something. Let me just see if that was the Sprite earlier. Because otherwise, I need to look for it. do, but why am I supposed to follow it? That's true. It just disappeared. Should lead the way. Oh, okay. Here easily. Stop here. Jump. Get on there. No. So all we need to do, we go to 4. Keep an eye out for them Prometheus things as well. I mean, I'm going to do my best not to need them. I'm not, I'll just persist. But again, collecting them's an achievement. So that was, where am I now? What's this? I don't even know what puzzle this is. Ah. Oh, it's a triangle. Okay. I'm not sure what these triangles are actually for. Secret puzzles? Additional puzzles? Got to be something out there, right? Surely game. No, nothing. Not found one QR code here yet. These are just little. Right, okay, so triangles. Let's see. We might get some meaning to these. There must be something. Elevation.
It's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. Like it's all unfinished.
Or still evolving.
Okay. Or still evolving. They are additional puzzles by the looks of it. One on there. They're still evolving. I'm going to go through there. Can't bring anything through there, though. Oh. Green. Red. See? I can't take these out, so or you can't bring things through them. But that's on there. Well, that is a. Oh no, that's there. Let's take that off. We're gonna need this. Right, we'll put that there. Probably need that later. We need that. We need the RGB converter. Still evolving. If it's saying still evolving, I assume potentially certain things have to be done. They might not be complete yet, but they must be achievable, right? It's green. Rings are there. This won't open unless I get blue. How do I get green and red? Oh, I don't think this will go through. I'll try it. I don't actually think. Right, deselect that. I don't want that. Deselect. Do I want to select the red here? I don't think it's going to go through here. No. Ah, forget it anyway. Deep connections like that. Oh, does it now? Oh, does it now? Okay, so you can get the lasers through there. That's interesting. Okay, so that does make this possible. The block block's going to do that. It's really going to help me out. Not sure I can get that angle. I think you can. No, I don't think you can. Ah, actually, let's try key connections. Let's get it to there. Connect that. Bosh. Then connect that. Bosh. Now that. Let's do it. Right, now we need to. It's going to be tight, but it might just go. Nice. Okay. All right. Okay. So. Okay. So we had something similar like this before, didn't we? We now need to keep that open, which we can. Um, Interesting. Did we even? Oh, we did need to do that because we needed that open, didn't we? There's no reason I couldn't have just done that anyway. Directly with the blue one here. That's blue, right? Oh, I can't see from here. But when it's open, I'm getting red and green and make it blue. So I can't see that blue. But you can through here. You could possibly do that anyway. Okay. That's what's confusing me there, because I feel like you could actually do this two ways. So, what I do see actually, because of the converter, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not going to be able to, okay, yeah. So we're going to have to reverse engineer this, basically, so we can bring the other one out. I see, right, so what we want to do now is deselect all. Select that one. Ah, I should have kept it. So we do that, we connect that. Just a second, hang on. Right, now that's open, we can do this. We can select this one. Oh, we don't do that. Sorry, not going to go. We do that, and then what we want to do is tell them, I don't think it's going to work. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, I do it here. And then we connect it to that. So we do that. Two connections. Right. I know what I need to do here. If I jump on that. Trickier than I thought this one was going to be, but we'll get there. Alright, key connections we'll place up here. Connect. Right, now we've got that connection. So that will stay open. We don't need this one. Right, let's get rid of this. So we'll take connector. That stays open. Beautiful. Then we can put that there. No, we don't. We don't need to put that there. Actually. Put that there for a minute. I'll get a block. I'll get a block. Put that there. And then we need, that might be in the way, but it's fine. And then we get blue connected to there. I don't know if that's going to draw the blue out of there. It does. Nice. Okay. All right. Clever little puzzle.
I wasn't watching the stream, but well done, 1K. Probably.
Probably. Yeah, it was trickier than I thought, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Thing is, I can see that this is going to get really, really tricky moving forward. We're only on sort of puzzle 4 of the main game so far. Okay, so that's... See, that did count. So that did count as puzzle 4. But they're not connected. So, yeah, I'm not really sure why the triangles are there, but... They're not numbered. Right, I'm just going to have a little look around here because there's been the... See another one, I think. Yeah, I don't think you have to do them in order necessarily, but what is this? Oh, what is this? Would that be the sprite? Can't interact with it at all. Doesn't tell you anything. Very strange. Maybe it needs sort of activating somehow. Very strange. It's not. Has it come up on the map? Is it even on the map? No. Not even on the map. Okay, so back where we came in. Calendar. There. Nothing on me. Can't go that way. Yeah, let's see for there. It's just a tree. Okay. That's a no. Aha. Water pump or something. You've got to collect old remains and stuff as well. There's one up there. I don't know what number that is. Or we can go down here. Here we go. Ah, okay, it's just going to lead me down that way. Yeah, I think we're in there. Is that in there? No. So we question mark. I can see some question marks on the map. This is telling me 4 is that way. It tells you what your next one is. Nothing there. Okay, so this is 6. Yeah. Makes sense. But there is, what are these question marks then? Have a little look. I can get to them. We're getting closer. Question mark. This just be where the relics are, the remains. Have a look around. That's 7. That is 7, alright. I want to know what these question marks are now, just so we know. It might prevent me running around aimlessly. That's a fine thing. Question mark. I know it's not here. Question mark. There is a question mark. Right, okay, so this is another triangle level, which now I guess we'll do it while we're here. May as well. Interconnectivity. Okay. What's in here? The way through. Hopefully to get something else. Yeah, okay, that keeps it open, right? Okay. Where's the red one? Is there a red one? So, I mean, you can, that, still do that, like that. Fine, you can both open. There's the red one. And I don't see it. It's the green. Really? That. Oh yeah, it's not on there. Then you want to put that on there. Take this. That's there. So you do. Yeah, okay, alright. Let's do that. It's gonna be in the way though. Do that. Alright, let's do that. Makes it green. Connect it to that. And we need to take connector. We just connect that. Right? Oh, done. Two connections. Blue's working. Oh, you can't go through there. Oh, okay. Fine, it's still doable. Keep connections. Like that. Right. Keep connections. I do connect it here. Connect. That's it. Perfect. And then take this one. Put it there. Take this one. Put it here. So we've got blue coming from there, red coming from there, and we need blue and green. blue directly. We could do blue directly. Red and blue will make green. You don't need that open. You don't need this green. You do need this open though, so you need to use one of the connectors on this. So we'll take connector and drop it. We need to get this connector connected to there. That's a bit. We'll sort something in it, but okay. Okay, alright. That actually isn't going to work. What we need to do is connect that there, but this is going to break the connection. What we then need to do is put this behind, so as far back as possible really, just give it enough room. And it's going to break the red, okay. Yeah. Surely not. Surely we don't want to go round. That wouldn't make sense, surely. No, because the blue's in the way anyway. We need... Isn't an actual green one, which is the problem here. That's fine, but it's just going to break. Whichever side you put it. So that's going to break red down. If you've got blue inside, it's going to break the green. Of course. No, that's fine. I can take the blue from that. There you go. Oh no, then I can't take the red. Yeah. Okie dokie. We... Probably better to take a red. Let's just reset it. So take red. Place it there. Reconnect it. We don't want this. Right, so what we do is we... right. Don't do that. We take red from here. And then we take blue from there. Then green. See what problem with blue. Select that, that's fine. You cannot get blue to there. Cannot get the blue. I can't make blue. Irrelevant. I can't get blue. So that's not going to work. Anyway. Basically, I thought you could go around, right? I'm trying to prevent having to go all the way around that, but I can't see another way. Doing the blue all the way around should be fine. You know what? It's not even doable. Actually, it is. Alright, yeah, it is. Alright, that has to be the way. Tried to prevent it, but right, okay. That's the only way. Oh, I've just got rid of the connections. Wish you didn't do that. Right, so that's red. Do red and blue to green. No, we don't. We'll take the wrong one. Yes. Red, blue, makes it green. We go there. Place it in there. Then we get this. I'll get green. We drop that one. Now we grab this. Take that connector. We take that. Put it to there. And this one. Right. And then we'll keep connections. We go around here. We'll place this one here. This one. I'll try to do it a different way, but no, not going to happen. So there we go. Nothing in here. No, that's it. Oh, incoming group call.
I have good news and I have bad news. Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none.
I wonder what's waiting for us there. What was the problem? An impressive success rate. What's the problem?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was sabotage. The whole system is a mess.
Let's not make any assumptions. Yakut, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
Alright, we're getting there. I tend to do that a lot with puzzles. I try and do a quicker route if you can. But yeah, we had to go around the long way on that one. Right, okay, so we've done our triangle puzzles. Let's look for puzzle 4. I think it's back the other way. So let's go. We still got some of them question marks. We do. That question mark. Question mark. Nothing up here, right? We know we've done this whole bit then. Right, so there's nothing there, so let's go and check out this question mark. So, over here somewhere. We're close to it now.
There's another one of those monuments.
Oh, so there's more than one. Could that be where the sprite is? Looks circular. I'm not sure it's that building. Okay, so that's that question mark then, right? Okay. Now, do we have any others? Let's see. Direction. Yeah, there's one there. Right, let's go and check out these question marks quickly. Palm reader. The world endures. Explore content on a lost terminal. Okay, so these are terminals then, these palm readers. Lift Razor. From Lives of the First Companions by Randolph 777. Lift Razor is perhaps the most mysterious of the first companions, a wanderer and mystic by nature. He would venture far from New Jerusalem on his own, recording his thoughts as he explored harsh and distant lands. These recordings garnered him a group of devoted followers to whom he tried to impart his wisdom. 5358. In the troubled time following the founder's disappearance, Lift Razor and his disciples set out on a journey to reach the opposite end of the world by foot. They have not been heard from since. Lift Razor 01. New content available.
There is a pleasure in arriving on this island. The pleasure of being the first to step foot here in hundreds of years. It is a genuine pleasure, and yet it is also banal. My presence here is of every other animal. These rocks do not care who walks here, and the millennia between the presence of our ancestors and my brief journey are nothing to them. But even putting it this way is wrong. It is not that the rocks do not care. It is that in some sense they do not exist. Look back at me with contempt. They cannot do anything at all.
Okay, so just while we're down here, we're gonna have a little look here. See if we can find anything of any use. Any collectibles. Sprite. Right, by the looks of it, I don't think we have any more question marks. 7, 6. Unless there's something behind the 8. It might be the same terminal we just did. So it looks like the hand you get on the map is a terminal. I'm not getting up here, are we? The reason's not there. Okay. Ooh, what is this? That remains. An old radiator. So at least it is worth exploring. So we are finding some bits. Looking for QR codes. I haven't seen any QR codes yet in this area, which does surprise me. Oh, could that be a sprite? Maybe please. Right, I'll get up there. Oh, okay. It's not even there, it's here. Right, that's a sprite. It has to be a sprite. There you go. Now I've got to follow it. There we go. That's gonna go. Okay. Go through there. Okay. This is 100% the sprite. Has to be. We're gonna give something. There we go. I don't want to lose sight of it because I have a feeling that if you do, there you go. Oh, place rotate. Place rotate. Okay, so I can walk on these, right? Oh, I can't. Right, select piece, place and rotate. Select piece. Oh. Ah, I see. Okay, so I think that's probably a best bit. Oh, not like that. Okay, this is a new mechanic. I'll play that. And then rotate. Nice.
I don't know if this is relevant, but St. Edwald believed that Tetramenos represented the name of God and God's ability to reshape the world.
True, but he was also mad as a hatter.
One man's madness is another man's genius.
I don't want to lose this. Definitely the sprite. I have to. Oh, okay. Ooh, what is this?
Not all things
Piece
must
of
be
fire.
balanced. When
Solve
good
one
is
for
weighed
me
against
monument.
evil, tip the scale.
Wow, okay.
I think that was more like a recording. The entity didn't appear, and the system didn't react either.
Right, I see.
Stars. Another reflection of the simulation.
So, you can tell you've done it, because obviously the torches are light now. I've seen one other Prometheus monument then, but there might be more. Yeah. So that must be, at the top left you can see there, it looks like got like, I can't remember what it's called now, Prometheus credit type thing. And now we've got a monument done. The bees aren't the same. No, they're not the same. So we've, yeah, follow my sprite, that one. The other one had a picture of what I'm not really sure what it was. So we're gonna have to find that somewhere. Right, 4, good. You've got 4 here. 5, 6, 7, what's that? Gates. You've got more of these monuments, but they're not the same. I mean, there's only one more Prometheus monument. Right, let's do 4. Let's go and do 4. Alternative option. No. Okay. Over. Yeah. Is that it? But in my head, it's probably not as simple as that, but that looks pretty easy. You've probably worked it out by now. We'll put that. No, we won't do that. We'll do that. Put that on there. Grab this one. I mean, I wonder if you can connect them through here though. Oh, you can't. I see. That's fine. So yeah. Well, I can't be on that and press that at the same time, but I need to be on this block. Can I maybe connect like that? Maybe. Just maybe. No, you can't connect like that. There's literally no way through to there. I just need to connect them up. Nowhere around the top there. It could be. So you can sort of jump on it as well, but not comfortably. Let's just... I can't get up there. So if I do that, it's going to go up. I can't get on it. Oh. That'll teach me thinking it's simpler than it is. Let's have a little look around it. Let's have a look around. This might be the reason. Might be another way to get somewhere, but I doubt it. Not normally. The way. How do I connect them? Okay, just like that. Okay. So I didn't think I'd be able to go onto this like this. I'm pretty sure in the tutorial that threw me off. Couldn't stand on it without a block, but there we go. Do that. Come up there. Connect that. Okay, there we go. Hold up. Turn it off. Put that on there. I'm sure it threw me off when I put it down in the tutorial, but there we go. It's not a problem. We do that. Let me do that. Nice, we're getting there. Byron? Yeah, we spoke to you already. Okay, so we got 5 next. There is another question mark. Oh, there's 2. Okay, so I think we go to 5. We haven't actually been this way, have we, properly? I don't think we've been this way. Or have we? We have. We have been here, right? Because this is then 4. Oh, we're trying to, yeah, we've been there. Okay. We've been here. We've been here. So, okay, this is the door. So, saw this earlier.
Another set of golden gates.
Oh,
These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles in the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know 1K is probably like, yay, harder puzzles. But to me, that sounds like error code 704. No thanks.
Harder puzzles, man. There definitely will be harder puzzles. What is this though? Still can't figure out what that is. It has to be something. It has to be something. Maybe it's linked to this next question mark. Okay, so we need to find 5. 5 is. What's 5 one? That one. Oh, yeah. This is what we were above earlier. Oh, yeah. Okay, alright. Let's have a little look. Make sure. QR codes. We got that. We can. And it's another terminal. Trevor. The life of Trevor. Trevor Percival Donovan, known to his friends simply as Trev, never as Percy, was part of an extended lifespan project that formed the backbone of the simulation and the archive. He helped put together the hardware that made all of us possible. Like Alexandra Drennan, he left behind a series of messages to the future. But unlike Alexandra Drennan or Arkady Chernyshevsky, he was forgotten. Not one building or street in New Jerusalem is named after him. I dug up his files from the archive and I've been thinking about them a lot. Trevor 01.
So I heard that Alexandra is recording these time capsules for you out there, I guess? Robot people of the future, hi. And I thought to myself, surely they'll want to hear more than the wisdom and insight of a brilliant scientist like Alexandra Drennan. Surely they also want to know what I was thinking, a dumbass hardware engineer from Staten Island. Tell us about your insights, Trevor. Why did you spend your last months on Earth helping a crazy old Russian guy build the world's biggest backup drive? Well, let me tell you my story. When I was... Yes, Frank! I'm recording right now. Uh-huh. No. You know what? Why don't you go...
Okay, so nothing here. What's the archive in this? So far, anyway. So it seems as though when you get the terminals, you get that blue hand there at the top. You can still interact with that. Nothing over here. Okay. Go on. There we go. Right. Puzzle 5. Through the door. Just that simple. Right, okay. Okay. So we've got we're going to put that on there. Let's open that and that. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so there's a blue one. Right. Just through here. Jammer. Okay. Ah, is that already jammed? Possible that was already jammed. Okay, so if I take that away, right, we'll check. Yeah, we should be able to jam that. Right here. RGB connector. Nothing else it seems. Down here, nothing here. You can't find this or anything, right? Okay, so take this. Nothing in here either. So now we can jam that one. Okay. Yeah, it's blocking me off there. We could keep that open. Yeah, I see. Then you could jam the next one. Yeah, and then you wouldn't need... Okay, so if I have to jam this one, then I don't need that. So, take that, take that. We're going to need to place it anywhere, doesn't matter. Oh, okay, right. Right, let's see what. We need to swap these because the RGB doesn't work the same way. I'll pull up for now. Right, now I'll do this and this. Just place it here. Where's the jammer? There. Right. Then we need to jam that one. So, then we can get this one. Connect there. Connect there. And then connect to that. Place. Ah. Right. And then place. What? Pick that one. Keep doing that. Right, connect and connect, and then we connect. Nice. Right. Another one done. We are nearly there now.
Melville, what did you just upload?
A photo?
I mean, technically you're right, but
Is that? I can't tell what that is.
how did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville.
Saying thank you.
Okay, so we can move on to 6, which is where we have another question mark somewhere. I don't know. Thought we did. We did. Where are the question marks gone? Oh, they're there. Okay, so we've gone past it. Get that. Where is it? Somewhere here. Aha. Okay, so the question mark seems to be determined, actually. Hypatia's Journal, Volume 1, Day 1. We finally set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes the going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easily enough, thanks to Alexandra Drennan's instructions. But while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in a bad shape. They must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner. But then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day one, not just Athena. Tonight, we have to use the 2 recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There's no telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. Okay, so that might be things to come. Might have to face creatures in this one. Baby steps from the introduction to Are We There Yet? Where We Came From, Where We're Going, and Why You'll Need Snacks by Valerie Contera Romero. Sometimes people point at the last few hundred or thousands of years of human history and say, look at how ugly it is. Look at what a mess we've made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it. It is ugly and messy. But the mistake is thinking that are right now. That where we are right now is the end point, and that is the adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly, admit it. Okay, right, we're not going to read all of this. Development of humans, just because it's all pimples and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean we're never going to change. Okay, a bit about humanity. The Dead City. Dead City changed her. I don't think she had convinced. She had conceived of the goal before. It's the sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed? Many to the point of extinction. The death of millions thinking beings and extinction of humanity itself is too horrific to truly imagine. I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's what she must have realized, that there is no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. Okay. She the founder. Now, there we go. So we need to go to 6, which is that way. Sure, we've done all the question marks now, right? Start. Not sure what that is. Oh, could this be the Prometheus monument? Possible. Okay, so there's 8 puzzles, but it looks like I only need 1 more. If you look at the top left. Okay. So that What is that? Okay, let's go and see what this is quickly. Like this. Must be the entrance to this. Oh, I can't even see. So the map disappears. I'm going now. I've been in here though. Did all this, did all this. Right, okay, so it's just that. It's like the bunker. We need to go to puzzle 6. So that was the one we did, I believe. The other one just had an image on it, so we need to figure that out. We also need to know what that purple orb thing was. That may become relevant soon. Right, so 6 was there. Somewhere. That's 5. And then it's a 6 is this way, right? Yeah. Look around here. Yes, we have. So like things, right? A bit like that. We have been here. I can only assume nothing here. What's this side? Not this way at all, is it? This side. Right, I see. So how you get into there? We got some more of these. He's really interested in history, which is an excellent start. Some of you could learn a thing or two from his attitude. I don't know who I want to be, still deciding. I want to explore. I don't see contradiction between engineering. I'm sure the founder's intent will reveal itself in time. So am I kind of designing my personality throughout this? I will find my own path. I don't want it to dictate what happens in the future necessarily, because I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, I want to explore, but also I will find my own path. Let's see what that does. And may your path lead you to the founder, or somewhere you actually want to go. Let's keep it civil, guys. Everyone can have their own opinions. It's important. The important thing is to make 1K feel welcome. Okay. Dodge. 1K, we need to meet in New Jerusalem, if you remember. I spoke to my friends. The whole mysterious island expedition thing has the city a bit on edge. They have some questions for you before I make any introductions. Do you consent to my gathering and sharing personal data? Wait, what am I signing up to? Look, my friends just want some assurance that you're the right kind of person. If you want to know what's really going on, you'll have to play along. You can back out at any time, but if you don't engage with the process, then, well, you won't get to engage with the process at all. It's up to you. What if by consenting I miss out on something else? I'll give you some advice, newbie. When your choices matter in this world, you'll know about it. It's somehow built in. When you face a dilemma and both options look good, then for sure you'll miss out on something. But trust your gut, and you can't go wrong. This right now is not one of those dilemmas. You should come along for this ride. That's my advice. Advice from 666. Please don't contact me again. All right, I'll consent. Good choice. There's 6 questions, standard vetting procedure. You'll get the best results if you answer in whatever way is most true to you. Question 1. Which is more important for making good decisions, compassion or knowledge? They both have benefits, but the question is making good decisions. So I'll say compassion. Question 2. Is it ever okay to lie or misdirect in order to keep a secret? Yeah, again, really depends. Really depends on what the secret is. If it's a surprise party, something like that, fine. So it can be okay in certain scenarios. I see. My friends will be most interested in this particular answer. Question 3. When people do wrong, do they deserve to be punished for it beyond what is necessary for our own protection? No one deserves to suffer unnecessarily. Yeah. Question 4. Now it gets metaphysical. In your opinion, can the world be reduced to mechanical parts, or is existence just weirder than we'll ever really know? The universe is reducible to universal basic laws. The universe is weird. We'll never fully understand it. It can't be both. I very much doubt we'll ever fully understand the universe. That's true. So, can things really change for the better, for good? Or do good times and bad just come around in cycles? Eventually, change for the better is always followed by change for the worse. Human progress shows that things can get better and stay that way. Change isn't always for the better. Human progress shows things can get better. Things can get better and stay that way. Yeah, can. Final question. Which is more important to success of civilization? To respect the lessons of our past or to rewrite the rules for the future? We should not let the future be defined by our past. We should not disregard the wisdom which brought us here. We should not disregard the wisdom. Oh, hold on. I've got one last addition. It's a weird one. I know who this one came from. All right, question 7. Can praying for someone something, make it more likely to come true. Oh, the question's too vague. It really depends on your beliefs, right? If you believe it will come true, it might. This question is too vague. Depends on what you believe. I can't prove that it does, but I can't say that it doesn't. Thinking about how this will affect the game moving forward, if anything. Difficult to translate, so I've already said it's too vague, so it's definitely going to want some sort of answer. So given that there's a temple, things like that in the game, this may be the answer. Just trying to think how this is going to affect the game moving forward, if at all. I guess this could open something up by saying yes, prayer. I think that could open something up, whereas that kind of just prevents it. So let's just say yes. Okay, noted. I think that's everything I need. I'll forward your answers to my friends and let you know if any of them are interested in taking things further. Okay. Group of admirers, disciples. Yeah. Is the recording I found one of those published back in the day? No, not as far as I can tell. Perhaps it's something he decided to shelve or something he only shared with close friends like Athena. Thank you. That was informative. Okay. Right. City news. Mayor Hermanibus has once again called for calm and promises that New Jerusalem will be safe so long as the citizens do not forget the ideals of the God as set forth by the founder. Okay. Okay, so these stars, Yakut thinks are related to that temple. Okay. These are new. These are just basically what we're coming across. So disconnected from the rest. What does it say? It should possibly reach. Should be possible to reach the without solving every main puzzle, but they don't seem to be properly integrated. Okay, so it gives you another option if you don't want to do all the puzzles, but hopefully we still can. Particle clouds released by the puzzle turns them into bridges. Nice. Uploaded for personal reference. What's that? It's just him. Question. Gold puzzles. There is some kind of logical pattern to all of these gates. Once the correct conditions are met. Okay. An ambition expressed by this building, a sense of purpose that I find really admirable. It's big, but it's also intricate, detailed, that feels like a statement. We should explore this building now. That's what we're working towards. Okay, all right. So we're up to date. So that's 8. That's 6. 6 is this way. Just having a little scout about. There's going to be what? Okay, there's someone else I can talk to there. 6 is this way. Oh, okay, someone down here. Talk to you again. Talk to Melville.
Yes?
Hey, tell me about yourself.
Founders, pistons. You want my autobiography now? Fine. I'm one of New Jerusalem's chief engineers. I'm in charge of city maintenance and power management. I'm old as dirt, although not quite as old as that fossil Byron. In short, old, grumpy, keep stuff running.
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies? You think I have time for hobbies? That's cute. If I had time for hobbies, all of you would be dead.
Really? Nothing?
What do you want me to say? I like bubble baths, candy, and the concept of Tuesdays. Cities don't maintain themselves. If you don't put real effort into keeping stuff running, it all falls apart in just a few decades. Civilization is always on the brink of collapse unless we do something about it. And I do.
I hear you're a big fan of Yakut's cat.
Listen, one day that furry little demon is going to pee on the wrong cable and all of New Jerusalem will just turn off. Forget about the megastructure. He's the biggest threat to our security.
What's your evaluation of the megastructure?
It's big. It's too big. And it's got a lot of energy running through it. Frankly, I think we should be pooping our robot pants. See, that's what I mean about the language libraries. Pooping our pants. Really?
Any progress on the particle clouds?
Yes, but I'm not liking the results.
What are the results?
Confusing, irritating, infuriating. Take your pick.
Did you have a look at one of those labs?
I did. It's interesting. The tech is a bit older, but it's been heavily modified to be more efficient. And it's not the kind of hack job you'd expect either. Whoever did this knew what they were doing. We could probably learn something from them.
Where could all this tech come from?
I guess it could be discarded New Jerusalem tech. The mayor made us throw away a bunch of stuff that was perfectly fine, if you ask me. But I'm not sure. I'll check to see if I can find any serial numbers, and I'll get back to you.
That's all. What's this then? Oh, that's 7. Okay, so right, we're gonna we'll look around 7 when we get there. We'll look around this bit. 6 is up here. Let's see. Puzzle 6. go. Alternatives. Okay, so need it. Ah, I see. Alright, so you do that. Deep connectors, you connect it to that, that'll create green. And then we'll do green and blue, which will make the red. Okay. And then we've got to do it the other way around. We have two more connectors. There's a ladder. Climb it. Climb ladder. Oh. That's different. So, yeah, we're going to need to open that. Okay. So, red can just be red. Green. Red and green will make blue. Right. Okay. So in theory, we can place this between the red, green, to make the blue, so we'll place that, or it will. Place that there for the blue. But then we're going to need red. So, and so place it there. Then the red, I'm not going to do it fast, am I? This is the trick. Okay. Blue. That was right, wasn't it? Yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. Okay. So we can take blue and green and make the red. Nice. And that's how we do.
The bridge ring seems to be fully charged now. Try accessing the tower, 1K.
Right, try accessing the tower. We know we've got more puzzles to do though. Because we did the extra ones, but we do have more. We're saying that, but we need to do 7 and 8. Right, let's just have a quick look around here. 5 fell off. That was fantastic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's play. We'll have a little look around here just to see if there are any QR codes. See if anything's off. Haven't seen any yet, which is strange. This will release. Nothing there. Okay, so 6 is done. Over 7? The 7 is that way. So yeah, 8 is. So I said I can have a little look around. I saw this. 7 should go over there. Somewhere. This is just way through here. Fine, we've been there. Okay. Seven this way. Really? I think it's since on the higher level. Still get to it that way, but so yeah, bring around there. There is a way down there. I think that's 8, right? That's what it's saying? Okay, that's the gate. Why is it flashing now? Oh no, that's flashing, okay. It's just telling me to go to there. Sure, we can get back up to here. Nothing here. Look, oh no, we didn't. This is 7, right? So we haven't looked around here yet. Okay, so this looks like an old tunnel. Transport lane. Let's have a little look around here. Still want to know what that orb is. I've been around here. I have been around here. Okay. Check all of this out. 4, that's fine. Okay. You're looking at my other Prometheus statue. Okay, so that's yes. 7 was. This will be 7, yeah. Okay. No, 7. Self-sufficiency. Okay. So that will do that. Okay, that'll blow me up there. Hold the step on that. My time that's powered. Okay. Okay. Interesting. We have nothing. We need something. We need a block or get into that. What am I missing? Never mind. Can't get in. Never mind. Can't get in. Can I take the fan off? Yeah. Touch the fan. So we've got, that's red. I mean, keep it open, so we'll do that for now. Let it actually open it. Take the fan, put up there. Right, okay, so that's how you make the red. So, yeah, okay. That'll keep, we need to keep that open as well. How? Yeah, we're going to have to use this whole area. Ooh, that's going to be tight. That is definitely going to be tight. Ah, and you can go across there, look. So it has to be up here. That's going to help massively. So we'll connect that. that. And I don't know how far we can come along here. Right, no, we need to keep that on there for now. Right, then. I might just be able to bring it up, actually. So keep connection. I might just be able to see it from here. Yeah, fine. We'll do that, and then connect. See, I disconnected that, didn't I? Right, okay. No, what we need to do, let's just fine. Put this one here quick, get that charge, take it off, put it back here, get that charge, nice, take that off, that one there, line me up here, and that's it. Nice!
That was extremely convoluted.
It's not necessary to do them by the looks of it, but if you do want to complete them all, quite a cool little puzzle that. Okay, so now we've got 8. So, some quick look around this. I don't think we went this way. I don't think there's any. Round again. This would be there. What's this way though? Because there was a way up here. Here we go. And this is. Excuse me, another triangle. Oh, is this the one I did? Yeah, okay, fine. I think that's the first one I did. Yeah. Okay, so we've been there. Right, yeah. So let's have a little look around here. Okay, so yeah, we checked all this out. I remember. We checked that out. I need to find 8, and I think I have missed it. I need to come back. So this way. Go back this way. Go around here. I think it's this way. But we haven't seen up here yet. But there's not going to be much here. Can't imagine. Okay, yep, alright, so it's this way, I think. 8 is that way, okay, we're going this way. I've seen 8 somewhere. 8's that way. Hello, 8 is this way. There it is on the map. There we go, this is number 8. I don't know if we've looked around here. I don't think I've been here. We went there, we definitely got that terminal, right? Yeah. Within that side of the water. No QR codes, really? That surprised me. What's this here? Nothing. Another web there. That was the other Prometheus statue. Quickly, I will check them. We didn't. Oh, that's not there. here we must have. Okay, so that's what this is. I say, right, there we go. That's comes together. So we need to go back this way. So we have checked basically everything. Okay. We can. So this is the one with, yeah. Okay, so there's only 2 of these. We still need to figure this one out. We get a star, right? Okay. Now we need to go to 8. 8 was there, I think, somewhere there. Oh, hello. Right, let's go and do 8. Okay, right. And now, right, so that'll open up to be red. That's green. You got a blue anywhere? In here? No. Yep. You need to open that. Put that on there. Okay, so that needs to rise above to reach something, probably the green. I don't think it reaches that green though, so what's in there? Oh, the connect. Oh, that's the end, that's fine. Right, we need the block, I see. We need blue and red. Red. Okay, so here we can get blue. Right, so we actually need that one to be there. That. There. There. You can't. That's how we can. We can use that. Connect to that. Put it down. Yeah. Take that off. And we connect it to that. Connect. Then we keep connections. We connect to that. And that. Nice. We come round. We're going to need this on the other side now. And it should reach. Yeah, it should be fine. So if we put that on that, we should. I mean, keep connections. What we need to do, I think, is actually just connect it to that as well. Doesn't matter. At this particular moment, we can take connector. Put that there. Keep connections. Put that there. Take connector. There. Keep connections. Connect that there. Right. It's a slight issue though. It says it's green, but it's not going to connect to that unless that is up. See no problem. But I can't. Yeah, that's why. The difference is what. Could be a matter of taking. Yeah, okay. So I think for now, possibly going to need a box. Not here, because it's kind of irrelevant. That would actually help. I'm going to keep this open as well. Okay, I don't know where we need to go, but can you see through there? Yeah, okay, so I need to swap them. Right, fine. What are you doing? Oh, keep connection. Right, then connect. Then put this on here. Like that. Right, I'll make the bottom one. That's what we want. Don't need to be in here anymore. So now we need that. Fine. Can't raise it up. To be fair, we can. We can. Right, we can. Hang on. I have an idea. I'm going to have to set it. Keep connections. Connect. It's fine. We'll take this off. Then keep connections. Connect. Fine. Then we'll take this. Put it in. We will keep connections. Put that there. Then we keep connections. We place that here. Stuck, but then I can open this. Lovely. Right. Now that stays open. Would that reach there? I don't think it would, you know. So we take connector, connect it to that. Should be green. There we go. Nice. There we go.
Odd. 1K solved all the puzzles in this area, but nothing happened. There was a brief blip in the system, though. Maybe it'll do something later. There has to be some sort of point.
You'd hope so. Right, so we've done all of the puzzles. Oh, 1 and 2. I thought it said 12 then. Okay, so we've done that. We've done all the puzzles. What was that all? And how? We need to go to that Prometheus thing, because I'm wondering if now I've done them all. That Prometheus statue, where was it? Over there. Does that now mean... Definitely doesn't mean that. Doesn't look like the gate. Come on, get on there. Still no. No. Right. Now we right. Okay, so we need to go to the gates. Just enter the tower, but I feel like I'm gonna miss stuff unless maybe you need to do that first, right? So now that's saying that there's a gate this way, and that must be the golden gate. I'm gonna assume that's that golden gate. I can only assume that's the golden gate. It's gotta be, it just has to be, right? It's the only gate. So we're not even gonna there's no need for it. No need to check it, but we're gonna have to anyway. In case it's done something with that. That was the golden gate. What was that? Oh, it's in this scanner. Let's remember where the golden gate was. So it's this way. Just gonna have a quick look, see if there's anything to do with this thing over here. What is this? What is this? Fuck you! Can I not scan stuff? Maybe I need to make... Right. I don't know what that is. And I can't seem to... Maybe it'll come to light. But yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Huh? Let's just get back to here. So maybe we just need to enter the tower and it'll start unlocking other bits, right? Surely. Still a Prometheus tower, and that might be something to do with this. Is that circle there? Could that be related to it? I can't see anything that's relevant out here. There's nothing. See that? That's a star. There's a star there. I don't think so. I don't think it's a star there. It's probably one I've collected. It's the main gate. We need to go to that. Before we do, let's check this out because this is not where that star was, right? Just telling me the Prometheus statue. All it's telling. There's not one available. Not here. Looks like all we can do now is enter the tower. Try not to miss it. Hopefully we don't. Is there around there? Can't get out there. Let's go fix this again. We need to build this bridge. The rest of that loot, really. Yeah, it looks like I can't do anything else, so okay. So now we need to rotate. To do that, we can do that, and then we can rotate. No. Okay. Rotate. Yeah, like that. And we can rotate. Yeah. And place. And then we'll rotate and place. Okay. It says the gate, right? And I was able to do this without. There's something to do this gate. It's just allowed me to build the bridge. What is that? Okay, so that must be one Prometheus statue, right? Essentially, if it's half a light, or is it just a reflection? A reflection. Oh, bad. Okay. So we should have enough power to do this now, yeah. The rotate. Play. No, I think that's alright. Play. Select piece. There we go. Play. Rotate. Oh. No, okay. Is that all I can do is rotate? Place that, and then is there more? No. Okay. So we don't do that. Okay. If you rotate that, that is completely wrong. So we need to take this one. So that. Rotate that. I think it is like this. You can only do that. That. Rotate it. Rotate it. I'm not sure. Right, okay, so then we rotate that. No. It's strange because you can select piece, but you can only have it rotated one way. So if you rotate it and select piece, it just goes back to that. It doesn't stay rotated. So it must be that way. And then rotate. No. That must have been close last time. So we will select piece. What you do is rotate that. By selecting piece, it resets and rotate.
I was terrible at the Tetromino arrangers.
Those are actually the only ones I was good at. What? I'm just saying.
Let's have a quick look around. Oh, not much to see there. Okay. Assume it's the same here. Nothing to see here. Right, there we have it. We are at the tower. So I'm going to leave it there for part 3 today. So we've completed all the puzzles in the area. We got one Prometheus statue over there. There is another Prometheus statue somewhere over there. We don't know, or I don't know what that picture was. It's possibly related to the tower. There's also an orb right over the back. I'm not sure what that's for, but I feel like it will sort of come to fruition once we progress a bit further. But for today, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you back in part 4.